Hey guys, welcome to a brand new video. Today we are rating the Premier League emblems or logos or whatever you would like to call them. I'm only going to be doing this based off of my pure experience. Like, I don't know the history of the clubs. I don't know how long they've been around for. I'm only going to judge it based off of what I think and what I personally know. So without further ado, let's go.
Super Pikachu!
So I'm going to be judging these emblems off of a few different things. First of all, how complex they are, because if you add a lot of details, it might not be really good, but if you make it way too simple, it's also going to look really bad. And then second, obviously, I'm going to be looking at the colors. So with that out of the way, let's look at Arsenal's. So, the little gold, red, and blue contrast, it's very, very bright. There's a little cannon on there, which is really striking. Arsenal, the name, it sticks out, it's great. Personally, I will put this in the great tier. Okay, next up we have Aston Villa. So, the little lion on here is also really nice. The star, I know that's probably going to be some sort of symbolism for something. 1874 when the club was first created, which is, wow, this is a really long time ago. And then obviously the name Aston Villa down there. The colors are really good. I personally quite like this. I liked how the lion, or the animal, has a little bit of a shadow to show that it's kind of popping out of the emblem, which I think is personally quite good. So personally, I'm going to be putting this in great, but below Arsenal. Next up we have Bournemouth. So looking at the logo, yeah, AFC Bournemouth is looking really nice up there. The little gold plaque, and then kind of like how it's darker on the outside and then brighter on the inside. Kind of just shows like maybe there's like a little shine on it, which is a great attention to detail. The soccer ball, obviously, it kind of looks like a 2D PNG just pasted on there. And then the head, which I kind of understand, it's like a header, but I don't really understand the black and white stripes back here. Now I do like the little two black stripes on the red emblem part, which is also quite nice. So I'm going to be putting this in meh, at the very, very top of meh. Next up we have Brentford. So this is a really nice emblem. I like how there's like a little bee on here. It's really, really striking. Like, you look at the emblem, the first thing you notice is the B, and then you're going to notice the name, and then you're going to notice the year. 1889, also a really long time ago. Honestly, not a lot of colors playing on this. It's not bad. The B is definitely very, very complex and striking, so I'm going to be putting this at the very, very bottom of great. Next up, we have Brighton and Hove Albion. I really like the little seagull there. It's a really nice touch. It might not be a seagull, I could be wrong. But a lot of very simple colors, blue and white. Like, you could kind of say this is kind of like black and white. But yeah, the only other color on there is the yellow beak of the seagull. So with that, I'm going to be having to put this in meh. Next up, we have Burnley. So the complexity is good, but I feel like there's a little bit too much on there. Like, you have the bird, you have a lion, you have the bees, and you have a hand. I'm sure they all mean something, but I feel like there's a little bit too much on the emblem. And then you also have only two colors, which is maroon and white. Personally, maroon isn't really my favorite color, but I know it was a really big color back in the day, so I'll give that the benefit of the doubt. With that being the case, I'm going to be putting this above Brighton and into the middle of meh. Next up, we have Chelsea. A lot of different colors in play. I personally, when I first saw this, I actually quite liked the logo. It has gold outlines to the letters, it has the gold circles, and then it has the red volleyballs, and then the flowers. Then we have the mascot, I assume, like the lion with the staff in the center. Very, very good emblem. I'm going to be putting this in super. Now we have Crystal Palace. Now, 1905. A little bit newer compared to the other two, but still, to me, quite old. I really, really like the detail in the bird. Even though it's only two colors, the detail is very nice. And then you have like a Crystal Palace, so it kind of is like the London Bridge in the back, obviously. And then you have like the palace on there. Honestly, it is quite nice of an emblem. I will put this above Chelsea into super. Despite there being less colors on there, I really like the detail of the bird. Now we have Everton. A little bit simpler. It kind of reminds me of those modern day company things. It kind of reminds me of those modern day company logos and emblems as well. It kind of reminds me of those modern day company logos. It's just really simple, kind of two colors. The badge is really nice, but I feel like that's kind of too much of a standard from what I expect. And then of course you have their saying down here, or their slogan. Nil satis nisi optimum, I believe that is Latin. I took Latin, but I don't know what that means. But overall, relatively simple, but nothing super, super extravagant. So I'm going to be putting this at the bottom of meh. Speaking of one of the few that I'm putting into Yikes, this is Fulham. A very, very plain and simple emblem. 3 colors. They're all super standard. There's really nothing much for me to say here, so I'm going to be putting this in Yikes. Now we have Leeds. I don't hate it. I actually like the font of the Leeds United Football Club place. The yellow football, the yellow, blue, and white contrast. It's quite nice. Personally, it doesn't really strike my creative tones, so I don't really like it, but I will admit that the colors are really nice and the design is okay as well. So I'm going to be putting this above Brighton into Meh. Next up we have Liverpool. Transparent background, literally only just one color. The only thing that really saves this emblem or logo is the bird, and then I also like how it's holding some sort of plant, which probably means something to the fans and the club. So with that being said, I am putting this into the bottom of Meh, but above Everton. Next up, Man City. Very, very nice colors. The gold boat, we have the light blue, baby blue, and then we have the red rose. Honestly, the colors contrast really well. There's a lot of stuff going on in here, and everything is very, very visually clear. So I'm going to put this probably below Chelsea into Super. Next up, we have Manchester United. So I do like the boat. We have a little devilish figure with the pitchfork. I like how popping the colors are. That being said, the gradients are nice, but there are really only 2 colors in play here, so I'm going to be putting this at the bottom of Great. Now we have Newcastle. So this is what I was meaning about complex. There are a lot of things in play, but I feel like it's also quite small. Like if you look at the top right here, it looks like a lion, but it's just too detailed that I can't tell what it is. The 2 seahorses on the side are quite nice. A little bit too much detail. I think I'm going to put this below Brentford but above Man United into Great. Now we have Nottingham Forest. Once again, 2 colors. I'd say this is a downgrade from Liverpool because it's really only just a tree and then like 3 waves, and then it's just forest. Plain and simple, nothing much to say. I'm going to be putting this in Yikes. Now we have Sunderland. I like the whites on the Sunderland. It kind of just pops out. It shows you who they really are. Yeah, of course. We have the 2 lions on the side. I think they're symmetrical. And then we have their logo, their slogan. I don't know how to pronounce that. It's probably Italian. I could be wrong. Sorry. And there's a lot of actors in play. It has the Greek temple or whatever you want to call it. This looks like a bridge down here, and then you have 2 red stripes on the bottom left and top right. We have like little ribbons and stuff. It's kind of like there's also another like a wheel or something down here. It's not bad. I think I'm going to be putting this at, ooh, this is tough. So I put this in Meh or Great. I think this is gonna go to where there is detail. I like this. So I guess this is gonna have to go probably above Brentford into Great. Now we have Tottenham. So Tottenham has 2 colors. It has the bird on the white and the dark blue, and then it has the ball. It looks kind of like a baseball and a football and a soccer ball and a beach ball combined. I can't really tell what kind of ball that is, and it's also like a really, really way too simple emblem, I think. So with that being the case, I'm probably going to be putting this below Leeds. Now, we have West Ham. The color is meh, but the outside color, blue, is nice. The gold pickaxes, or whatever they call them, I quite like this. The contrast is good. So with that being the case, I'm going to be putting this in probably the top of Meh. Last up, we have Wolverhampton, a 2D kind of vector image, I'd like to say, like a PNG. Very easy to make, I guess. Like, there's a lot of, like, straight lines and stuff. So, what are they calling themselves, edgy or something? I don't know. But overall, it's a little too simple. So I'm going to be putting this... Ooh, where do I put this? I'm probably going to put this above Liverpool, below Brighton. And there you have it. This is my ranking of the Premier League Football Club logos / emblems. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe if you want to see more content like this. I will be rating more emblems / logos from other leagues like La Liga and Bundesliga, so please look forward to that. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.